on behalf of the Chairman Prime Minister Gaston Brown of Antigua and Barbuda, who could not be here in person due to challenges in terms of transport. However, he chaired the meeting virtually and has asked me to fill in for him at this particular time to read the communique following this meeting. And so the communique is as follows. The Monetary Council of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank convened its 112th meeting on 13 February 2026 at the ECCB campus in St. Christopher and Nevis under the chairmanship of the Honorable Gaston A. Brown, Prime Minister and Minister for Finance of Antigua and Barbuda. The Council met against the backdrop of evolving global dynamics, shifting geopolitical conditions, and persistent structural challenges within the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union. The deliberations focused on safeguarding monetary and financial stability while accelerating structural transformation under the region's big push for shared prosperity and resilience. The Monetary Council confirmed the reappointment of Mr. Timothy N.J. Antoine as Governor of the ECCB for a term of 5 years, effective 1st February 2026. Congratulations, Governor.
Thank you, Prime Minister.
The Council underscored the importance of leadership continuity at a time when the region must pursue bold and coordinated policy action to maintain stability and secure durable growth, diversification, and resilience. The Council reviewed the Governor's report on monetary, credit, and financial conditions in the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union titled ECCU 2026 and Beyond, Bold Policies for Bigger and More Resilient Economies. The Council reaffirmed that monetary and financial stability remain the bedrock for the ECCU's development strategy. The EC dollar remains strong and credible. The backing ratio stands at 99.5%, well above the statutory minimum of 60%. Very commendable. July 26 will mark the 50th anniversary. Foreign reserves total, in going back a bit, the foreign reserves total stands at EC $5.83 billion. In light of stable domestic conditions and moderating global inflation, the Council agreed to 1. Maintain the minimum savings rate at 2%, and 2. Maintain the discount rate at 3% short-term and 4.5% long-term. The Council reaffirmed that the stability of the currency union remains non-negotiable and central to investor confidence and regional prosperity. In the global context, the Council noted that global growth is projected at 3.3% in 2026 and 3.2% in 2027, supported by technological investment and easing inflationary pressures. However, risks remain elevated due to 1. Geopolitical tensions, 2. Shifting international trade and policy regimes, 3. Commodity price volatility, and 4. Uncertainty surrounding global mobility and financial flows. And lastly, the Council emphasized the need for policy agility and strategic partnerships to mitigate external vulnerabilities. Financial stability. The ECCU banking sector remains stable and highly liquid, supported by strong capital buffers, a rising capital adequacy ratio, and a declining non-performing loans NPL ratio. Excess liquidity was estimated at 1.41 billion EC dollars as at the end of January 2026. The ECCU Credit Bureau continues to expand its reach. 5 member countries, Antigua and Barbuda, Grenada, St. Christopher and Nevis, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines are now live on the credit bureau system. The Council endorsed continued efforts to channel liquidity toward productive investment, particularly SMEs and priority sectors under the Big Push framework. The Big Push. While the ECCU growth is projected to improve modestly to 3.3% in 2026, the Council acknowledged that this remains significantly below the approximately 7.0% annual growth required to double regional output over the next decade. The Council therefore affirmed its commitment to advancing the Big Push, a coordinated regional strategy to 1. Raise productivity, 2. Diversify economic activity, 3. Strengthen food and energy security, 4. Deepen financial markets, 5. Enhance competitiveness, and lastly, build climate resilience. The Council stressed that the region's challenges are structural rather than cyclical. Sustained acceleration will require deliberate reform, targeted investment, and stronger regional coordination. The Council agreed on 4 strategic theaters of transformation as central to the Big Push agenda. Let me say it was changed to 5, and I would list them now. 1. Food security. 2. Energy security, reducing import dependence, scaling renewable energy, and strengthening climate-smart agriculture to improve resilience and ease cost of living pressures. 3. Logistics and connectivity, modernizing ports, shipping, and inter-island transport to reduce transaction costs and improve regional integration. 4. Financial deepening and inclusion, expanding access to credit, capital markets, and digital payments to support entrepreneurship and private sector growth. And lastly, human capital and productivity, addressing youth unemployment, skills mismatches, and outward migration through targeted education, training, and innovation strategies. The Council underscored that implementation discipline and measurable targets will be critical to success. Citizenship by investment, reform, and governance. The Council welcomed the enactment of the ECCIRA agreement, that the regulatory body agreement, into law by the participating ECCU member countries, paving the way for the operationalization of the Eastern Caribbean Citizenship by Investment Regulatory Authority in 2026. Together with the launch of a regional biometrics program, these reforms are expected to strengthen governance and due diligence, enhance transparency and credibility, and support sustained investor confidence. The Council reaffirmed its commitment to high standards of integrity and regulatory oversight in this strategically important sector. Financial inclusion. The Council approved the suspension of the DCASH 2.0 development to prioritize 1. The development of the fast payment system, and 2. Participation in the CARICOM payments and settlement systems CAPS as pilot. The successful pilot of the ECCU retail bond program in 2025 was noted as a milestone in broadening household participation in capital markets and deepening regional financial integration. The Council expressed concerns about the ease and experience of customers doing business with financial institutions in the ECCU and welcomed the ECCB's plan to commence operations of the Office of Financial Conduct in 2026 to enhance customer protection and strengthen confidence in the financial system. The Council noted that some member countries were not on track to secure the debt-to-GDP ratio of 60% by 2035. It acknowledged ongoing efforts by member governments to strengthen fiscal and debt sustainability, and the necessity for fiscal resilience frameworks in a climate of constant shocks. Sustainable fiscal policy remains essential to preserving macroeconomic stability and supporting long-term growth. Tourism continued to underpin growth in 2025, with total visitor arrivals reaching approximately 3.3 million, and an expenditure estimated at 6.4 billion EC dollars by the third quarter. However, the Council emphasized the sustainable growth requiring moving beyond recovery towards structural competitiveness, productivity enhancement, and diversification. The upcoming 10th Annual Growth and Resilience Dialogue 2026 from the 22nd to the 24th of April, under the theme Big Push, Resilient Leadership in a Dynamic World, will further advance this strategic agenda. Council agreed that the ceremony to mark the change in chairmanship of the Monetary Council will be held on Thursday, 9th July 2026 in the Commonwealth of Dominica. The 113th meeting of the Monetary Council will be convened on Friday, 10th July 2026. The Honorable Dr. Irving McIntyre, Minister of Finance, Commonwealth of Dominica, is due to assume chairmanship of the Council. And I would like to say that the participation that we had today, the Council members attending the meeting were Honorable Gaston Brown, Prime Minister for Finance, Antigua and Barbuda, Present Chairman, Honorable Cora Richardson Hodge, Premier and Minister for Finance, Anguilla, Honorable Dr. Irving McIntyre, Minister for Finance, Commonwealth of Dominica, Honorable Dennis Cornwall, Minister for Finance, Grenada, Honorable Reuben Meade, Premier and Minister for Finance, Montserrat, myself, Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Dr. Terence Drew, with responsibility for the Ministry of Finance, Honorable Wayne Gerard, Monetary Council Alternate and Minister for Economic Development and Youth Economy, St. Lucia, Honorable Dwight Fitzgerald Bramble, Monetary Council Alternate and Minister for Foreign Affairs, Foreign Trade, Foreign Investment and Diaspora Affairs, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. This concludes the statement following the 112th meeting of the Monetary Council of the ECCB.